So, thank you for the welcome. I've received many, many invitations to come to Woodstock, and I'm happy to report I'm here. And that's what it's all about. I am here, you are here. You exist. Many times we forget what this is all about. So many people try to figure it out, but then even in trying to figure it out, it becomes so mumble-jumbled that we actually lose our track, we lose our sight of what is it that I'm looking for? What is it that I want in my life? It's a bit like having a very long ladder and you climb it, and by the time you get to the top, you forget why you're there. And so you come back down, and by the time you come back down, you finally remember why you did it, and then you start up again, and by the time you get up again, you forget. You've heard the word knowledge. You saw this very nice video. Some of you might be interested. Well, tell us more about knowledge. What is knowledge? And that's why I'm here. Because one of my fortes, I'm not here to impress you with my words. I'm not here to baffle you about your next lifetime, what you were in your last lifetime. I'm pretty much down-to-earth person, and I believe in now. I believe in today. Today is not for tomorrow. Tomorrow will come, hopefully. Tomorrow will come. And today is to accept today, to prepare myself for what happens in this day. And a lot of people say, well, I've heard that before. I think I understand that. But the question really is, do you understand that? What is the magic of this breath coming into you? What is the magic of being alive? Is this really a gift? Or is it a struggle? Sometimes we feel like it is a gift, and sometimes we feel like it's a struggle. When it's a struggle, what happened? When it's a gift, what happened? You were happy when you saw it as a gift. You were, wow, this is incredible. You were sad, stricken down when you thought it was a struggle. These are human traits. Just like a field. If it has enough nutrition in it, things will grow. This is just trivia for you. Most of the potatoes that are sold in England actually come from Egypt. And they're grown in the desert. And this guy mastered this technique of taking the water and adding the minerals in the water itself, because the soil, which is just sand, is devoid of anything else. But by being able to add the minerals needed to grow the potatoes, he was able to actually grow the potatoes in Egypt, in the middle of the desert. And so, provided that there is that nutrition, things will grow. The question is, what? Will it be something you want? Will it be something you would like? Or will it be something you don't want? And this is where it becomes so open to debate and so open to questions. Because some people go, well, what's wrong with it just being wild? Why does it have to be anything that human beings want? Look, you have the possibility, it's just a possibility, that if you till that soil, you can grow wonderful and delicious food for yourself and it will sustain you. If you leave it alone, nature will do its own thing. To the soil, it can offer you something, whether you want it or not, it's up to you. This life is just like a field. And if you don't do anything, things will happen. It may be that those things that happen are very random. Very, very random. Or it may be that something is planted in this field, and this field is made fertile. And what grows in it is something so beautiful that not only you, but anybody else coming along can look at it and go, that is amazing. What I offer through knowledge is just a possibility. What I say to people is what you are looking for is inside of you. See, this is where it becomes so difficult. So tell me more, tell me more. Well, this is one statement that says it all. What you are looking for is inside of you. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's how complex it is, and that's how simple it is. So now the question comes, well, yeah, but what about all this searching and about all the reading up and all this and this and this? Fine, if that's what you want to do, but that doesn't change the fact that what you're looking for is inside of you. And that doesn't change the fact that you've always had it. And that doesn't change the fact that you will have it till your very last breath. It'll be there. It is one thing to pick up a book, and it is one thing to analyze all of this. It is one thing, and the other is to understand it. So, in this journey of life, you're going to come across doors. And some doors you will struggle to open, and they won't open. And the more you struggle, the more you will realize they're locked, and more infatuated you will be what's on the other side. And you will wonder why I can't open this. Or what is the reason that this door is locked? Must be something really wonderful. Then there will be other doors that you merely come in the vicinity of them and they will open. And you will go, that was easy. And then there will be doors that will allow you to see what's on the other side, but just as you get there, they will close. And you will go, hard luck. There is one door. There is one door that you will not even try to open. I have the key to that door. To the door, your door, I have the key. Haven't you heard what it means to? Somebody said a long time ago, know thyself. What does that mean? Know thyself. It means to know yourself. We should all get to know ourselves. There are people in this world screaming, peace, 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 peace. I don't know what peace they're talking about. Peace of what? Or peace? People want world peace. Nobody looks at individual peace. I look at individual peace. Do you know what is the power of a lit lamp? Do you understand what the power of a lit lamp is? Power of a lit lamp is that even if an unlit lamp came in the vicinity of that lit lamp can light that unlit lamp. Unlit lamp cannot extinguish a lit lamp, but a lit lamp can light an unlit lamp. Sounds great, doesn't it? But it's really simple. Somebody who knows a way to be able to access what is within you, in your heart, seek that person. Search that person who has the key, and the door will get opened. Whether it is through your hands or that person's hand, the door will get opened if you find that person who holds the key to that door. Find a lamp that is lit, and you will be lit. It is people in this world who need to be lit. They are the only way we will be able to light the others and others and others and others, and then there can be peace on this earth. Not before that. Otherwise, it will remain a dream. Everybody has thousands of reasons why there will never be peace on the face of this earth. And I have 6.5 billion reasons why there should be peace on this earth. That's actually, it's getting close to 7 billion reasons why there should be peace on this earth. Because this is your life. This is the field you are coming across. You started, and you will go across that field. What is the distance? Approximately 25,550 days. You know what 25,550 is? That is roughly an average lifespan. That's all you got. Today, you can't even buy a decent car for 25,550. Forget about a house for 25. There could be a down payment for a one-bedroom apartment somewhere. 25,550 is not a lot. But that's all you get. Some of it is already gone through. It's gone. So what do you have? What was today? Preparation for tomorrow. And what was tomorrow? Something that stays tomorrow. What was yesterday? A day that I remember very, very clearly. The only thing you don't remember is who the I is. You've got the rest of the formula worked out. I went to a picnic. I went to a movie. I went shopping. I went to a restaurant. Yeah, but did you understand the I? In the I went? Did you figure out what the significance? You figure out the significance of the restaurant. So the question is, what did you eat? Oh, yes, we had a wonderful this and this and this and this and this. And did you get the significance? Did anybody ask you? And how was the I? No, that's not part of our social greeting, the I bit. The I bit is just something you say when you refer to yourself. Right? The self, which is everything. To you, that is everything. Without that I, what are you? Can you go to a restaurant? No way. If your friend dragged you there, if the I was missing from you, you will not be allowed in. All this partying, all this socializing, you think you would be able to text somebody? They're still waiting for Houdini. Do you know that? They're still waiting for Houdini to call. I'm like, obviously he doesn't have texting on his account. So, pyramids were built because the king was going to take all this to heaven. Guess where the king is lying? In the Cairo Museum. Didn't really go anywhere. And where are all the assets? In Cairo Museum. Or the thieves got to it. What is left are some pyramids. What happens to them? People come to see them, tourists. I had the opportunity to go see those pyramids before Cairo government said, you know, we can make money by showing people this stuff. Because when I went there, the pyramids were just littered with garbage. And what I saw, which was like shocking to me, was a little kid taking a leak on one of them. I tell you, that's what I saw. It's like, wow. Now they have a whole show and the colored lights and the everything and how and this is the show, the immortal, timeless pyramids. They need plastering. They used to have that. They're not that immortal. They're actually deteriorating very quickly because that's what happens. You will become a memory, and from the memory, slowly and slowly, everything fades. This is the law. And the great enforcer, the time, enforces that law for every single person. I'm not here to scare you about dying. My attitude about death, you don't have to make an appointment. Will it happen? Yes. And what should you be busy doing? Enjoying every day. Enjoying every day. You got to turn the tide. My friends, you've got to turn the tide. As a person once said, that when you came in this world, the world laughed and you cried. That's what happens. And you went, wah, wah, wah. Do something, he says, so that when you go, you laugh and the world cries. And what is that? What is that? For somebody to be fulfilled, then somebody took that piece of field and planted something that is so beautiful, that is so incredible, that now the field is alive. Alive. Living. That's how this life needs to be. That every day you truly understand that this is a gift. Now, I'm going to draw a line here. You may have heard this before. Today is a gift, today is a gift. Even in Kung Fu Panda, the old master says, it is a present, that's why it's called the present. Pretty good stuff. But I'm going to draw a line here. I'm not just saying this. This is not a pep talk. Behind every word that I say, when I say fulfillment, I mean fulfillment. And I have a thing called knowledge. These words are not empty. These words are not empty. If you want to understand the value of the breath, I have something that can put you in touch with the value of your breath. That's what I do. And that's what I've been doing since I was about this high. I have talked to people People used to come and ask me questions. Professors would come and ask me questions. Sometimes I would have to say, don't you know? They didn't like that. Sometimes, one time I was in Carmel and somebody came and they were into yoga. I had just come from India and they asked me, so what do you think about yoga? They used to run a yoga class. And I was not into yoga. I was into another kind of yoga. But anyways, I said, well, yoga to me is like zero. So they got very upset and they left. I continued, yoga is like zero and you are like one. Put zero in front of one and nothing happens. One stays one and zero stays zero. Put zero after one and you got a 10. Another zero and you got 100. Another zero and you got 1,000. Put 3 zeros in front of a 1, 0 stays 0, 1 stays 1. You are 1. Everything that happens in this world is a 0. If you don't understand yourself, whatever you put in front of you means nothing. You stay you, and that means nothing. Now people say to me, how can you be saying all this? I say these things. I say, by the way, all this stuff is 0, and people go, oh, how can you say that? You're not responsive. I mean, I want to have a this, and I want to have a that, and a that, and how about responsibility? And all? Okay, fine. See, this is my time. Because we're in the middle of a recession. That's my time. I said it was 0. And people didn't believe me. Now they know it is 0. Because their banker had just told them it's 0. And there's 2 people telling them it's 0, and it is the headlines telling them it is 0. And this morning I was reading the newspaper and it said the downturn in the housing market is sending shockwaves. We're in the middle of a recession. What is a recession? You want to know my definition of a recession? This is when the curtains open, the fog clears, the sun shines, and you can really see what it is. That's a recession. And what do you call that time that is not a recession? Obsession. I'm not kidding you. You know the history. What about Enron? That's it. It's the best company to invest in. I mean, this is just incredible. All the pundits. And everybody, yes, 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 yes. Turned out to be nothing. And people were disappointed. Of course. You want something that is not disappointing, that doesn't go into a recession ever? Then that is the wealth of your heart. That wealth is called peace. It does not go into recession. Your peace, I'm not talking about absence of war peace. A lot of people think that's what peace is. No. That's not peace. That I call ceasefire. Because it's just temporary. They'll fight again. Because they'll find a reason to fight again. Why? Because they don't know who they are. When you don't know who you are, you don't know who the other person is. There is no respect for human life, and people fight. For whatever the reason may be, people fight. It's been going on in this world for a long, long time. People have been killed in the name of God, way back when to even today. That's not what the scriptures say. That's not what these wonderful people, these prophets that came on the face of this earth talked about. They talked about that the kingdom of heaven is within you. And we take reality, and we twist it and twist it and twist it and twist it till it no longer even resembles reality. And what do people do? They say, just believe. Just believe. Just believe. And I say to them, how dare you say, just believe? You know, if you have invited your friends for dinner and your wife is cooking dinner and she goes, are they here yet? And you say, I believe they are. What do you think your wife's going to tell you? Can you find out? You are truly good for nothing. Find out. Get off that couch and find out if they are here. What is that find out? That's it. That is it. I'm not here to tell you to believe in anything. Because there are two things in this world. Either you believe or you know. Believe doesn't know about know. And know doesn't know about believe. Because if you know, you don't need to believe. And if you don't know, that's all you can do. It's like light and dark. You think the sun really knows about the night? Never seen it. And do you think the night knows about the sun? No, never seen it. You got to know what this is. This is the heaven. This is the heaven. And people say, how can you say that? How can you say that? There's so much misery in this world. Guess who created the misery? We did. Why? Because we don't understand that this is the heaven. This is the temporary place, people call it. But believe me, this is the temporary place. That is the heaven. This is where you can feel. This is where you can understand. This is where you can know. This is where you can see. This is where the color of lavender looks incredible. This is where a sunset is magnificent. This is where even the moon looks beautiful. I was watching a documentary about the moon. It's not very pretty. It really isn't. It's just gray dust. Very colorless, bland place. But guess what? A little reflection, a little shine, a little shaping, and it looks beautiful. And where is the beauty? Where is the beauty? The beauty is not in the moon. The beauty is in you. And that's what I do. I go around telling people that you can understand the beauty that is within you. Behold that beauty within you in your life. And that is the only way you will feel complete. And that's what it means when Socrates said, know thyself. Hey, folks, whatever you're looking for, whatever you're going around doing, know thyself. Because obviously you're looking for something. In all that you do, in all that you explore, you're looking for something. And that answer that you want is within you. Always has been and always will be. So, putting it in perspective, you know, here we have www, World Wide Web, information highways, libraries on iPads and iPhones. Check this out. Long time ago, long time ago, I mean, if you can imagine, just use your imagination. Here's a guy, you know, maybe about 5 feet, 6 or 7 feet high, whatever. however high you want him to, tall you want him to be, fine. There he is, he's got a skin, that's what he wears. Obviously he hasn't shaved, there is no Gillette or anything like that. He has just come out of his cave after eating a big old meal. He's got his club in his hand and he's standing outside on a rim, and he looks out and he sees the star and he sees the moon and he sees all this. With a big burp, he says, "Why am I here? What is the purpose of my life?" Can you imagine that? Well, guess what? Since then, people have been asking this question. What is the purpose of my life? Why am I here? And you would think that somebody would just write a book saying, here is the answer to these questions. What is the purpose of your life? Why you are here? Missing. And we have had many, many scriptures, and after reading the scriptures, people still have the same exact question. What is the purpose of my life? Why am I here? And I see some very young people sitting here, and they might say, well, I've never asked that question. Well, here, there's only two kinds of people in this world: who have asked that question and who haven't asked that question yet. Because you will ask that question. You will. What are you doing here? What is this all about? Because here is this question, and the answer to that, this question does not exist in a vocabulary, in words. It only exists in a feeling. When you know why you are here. When it becomes apparent, why am I alive? This is one thing I always say, is people want to feel gratitude in their lives. But do you know what is the trick to feeling gratitude? You have to have gratification. Without gratification, you cannot have gratitude. What is gratitude? When you truly are fulfilled. That's gratification. That's when gratitude comes. That's when you can be thankful, because you feel alive. Because you felt today. You understood what the magnificence of this gift is that came into you. The rest. In this field, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want nettles to be growing? Somebody might say, well, what's wrong with nettles? Nothing, till you get stung by them. What do you want? You want to leave it alone? So be it. Leave it alone. You won't be able to walk through it. Do you want flowers? Go ahead. Plant the flowers. You want corn? Plant the corn. You want tomatoes? Plant the tomatoes. Plant what you want, and it will grow. That is how fertile this field is. That's how incredible this life is. That if you want that true joy in this life, you can have it. There's a lovely story, and I'll tell it to you. One time, a bunny is hopping along, and he senses imminent danger. He can smell this lion. This lion comes, jumps behind the bunny, and the bunny realizes that his bunny hopping days are pretty much over. Lion looks very hungry, and the bunny realizes he looks very tasty. So the bunny says, well, I got to do some fast thinking here. Bunny said, wait, stop. You can't eat me. I'm a special bunny. So what do you mean you're a special bunny? Well, I'm a special bunny. The Lord of the jungle has sent me. I'm a special bunny. You can't eat me. I'm on special mission. And the lion says, prove it. He says, no problem. I'll prove it to you. Just come behind me, follow me, I'll go in front of you, and you will see. So the bunny hopped along, and the lion is following in the back. And the lion, to his amazement, sees all these animals that are there just taking off, fleeing into the forest. The lion goes, my God, this is a special bunny. The power this bunny has is incredible. I mean, all these creatures, as soon as they see him, they just take off, disappear. It truly is a special bunny. I like that story. The reason why I like that story, that's what's happening with us. Those animals, of course, were not fleeing because they saw the rabbit. They were fleeing because they saw the lion. But the lion didn't understand who the lion was. Missed the point. That's all it takes. Not understanding? Then you have to go on everything anyone says to you. I say to people, I've heard this, I've said it, I've heard this. God, He is very kind. And I've said this to people. What makes you think God is a He? Of course, women go, definitely a she. And I say, why would God need to be he or she? Do you know that that power is the only power in this world that doesn't have a birthday? Why? By definition, always was and always will be. Always was and always will be. And it is the power that is everywhere. And by that very statement that it is everywhere, it also must be inside of you. The lion and the bunny. This statue made out of dirt dances, talks, gestures, walks, thinks, writes books, writes poetry, writes songs, plays music, flies. Why? All because of something that's here. And when this is gone, nobody even wants you in your own house. Get it? The bunny and the lion, the bunny and the lion, the bunny and the lion. It is the magic. This is the cathedral, and in this cathedral is the magician. Magician. You want to see the magician's magic? Then go home, and when you do, look at yourself in the mirror. That is some magic. That is an incredible magic. And wave. And watch that reflection wave back to you, and that is magic. It is. It truly is. That's the most incredible magic. Not the stuff of a rabbit coming out of a hat and a pigeon coming out of a hat. That's an illusion. But the true magic, that this breath comes into you. and you are alive. That's magic. Feel that magic, understand that magic, accept that magic, and understand that you are part of that magic. That's what feeling alive is all about. Not going, gee, everything is going my way today, no school tomorrow, and I just won a lottery ticket, and and my cat came back home. That's not. If that's your good day, my friends, you're in for it. Because that cat's going to leave again. Guaranteed. You're in for it. That's not your good day. The good day is when you have understood what the meaning of this life is. A lot of people say, well, Maharaji, well, that all sounds really good. So how do I find this? How do I find this? Relax. See, to you, that's a very big problem. How do I get to this? To me, that's not a big problem at all. This is what I do. I go around and put people in touch with that beauty that is inside of them. You want it? You can have it. You know why? Because you already have it. All I need to do is get you a mirror so you can see yourself. This lion needs to be told. And the reason why the animals are flying around there is because of you, sir, not because of that rabbit. You've been had. Now, wise up. Wise up. My life. What should I do? Well, I should dedicate it to the good of others. First, let me be whole. Then I can do that. When I am not whole, what am I offering? Rotten vegetables. That's what I'm offering. And so people say, well, good deeds, good deeds, good deeds, good deeds, good deeds, good deeds, good deeds. Yeah, there's many good deeds. But there is just one deed that you also need to do. And it is the best deed. And that deed is to get to know yourself. That is the gift of knowledge. There are people here who are listening for the first time. You've probably been told by your friends something like this, and he comes and he talks and da-da-da-da-da. And so you came to check it out. Some of you probably forced in here. You gotta come. And so, because of your friends, to keep that relationship intact, you came. Maybe it was your wife dragged the husband dragged the wife, the kids came. Okay, check it out. Wherever you are here, I thank you for coming. And most importantly, live this life consciously. Even if you decide you don't want to pursue anything, you don't want to do anything, fine. You see, because that what you're looking for is already inside of you. So you're not going to lose it. You're just not going to know it. It'll still be in you. You're just not going to know it. Second best thing you can do, if you don't want to know it, is to live your life consciously. Consciously. Do what you do it consciously. Whichever door you want to go through, make sure it is the right door. Don't be enamored by doors that don't open, because they're more mysterious. No. Live this life consciously. If you live this life consciously, one step at a time, you will be the wiser for it. If you are interested in what I talk about, information is available. I want you to get in touch with your thirst. If you have that thirst, you do. You may not know about it. Get in touch with your thirst, and I'll be happy to give you the gift of knowledge. It is free. That is the only way to keep it recession-proof and obsession-proof. it is free. It is free. Once you have received it, you will know why it is free. In fact, it is very stupid of me to make it free. Because if I charged for it, we wouldn't be doing this with just this many people. They would be hundreds of thousands of them. But you cannot charge for what you already have. You cannot charge for putting up a mirror. So it's free. There are people here who already have this gift of knowledge. Then practice it and enjoy this life. Your opportunity is there. The door has been opened. Walk in. Accept it. That's when enjoyment begins. And those of you who are inspiring to have this gift of knowledge, continue to explore. Continue to listen. And you will have it. That's what happens. This is not one of those processes where it's like, yeah. You want it? You want it? Yeah, okay, here it is. No. This is a process of fulfilling and quenching your thirst in your life. I'm not interested in telling people what the membership is. I'm not here to recruit members. I'm not here to boast about how many people have heard about this. I'm not. If I wanted to, I could show you this video. In fact, we've taken it off for right now because we're showing this one. But I can show you this video and how many awards I have gotten and how people have done this and how... It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about you. I can help you. I can give you a gift that can fulfill your life. That's what I do. Not empty words. I stand behind every one of them. I do. And that's why when I was invited to Woodstock, I said, okay. I'd been saying okay for a long time. I said, okay, I can make it this time. I will come. And the first thing was, how do you get there? And now I know why people in Woodstock live in Woodstock. Because you can't get here. You have a great place and you keep it to yourself and nobody else can share it. I mean, okay, all right. I understand that. It's not easy. I've been traveling. I've been to India. And I've been to Europe. I'm going to South America. I've been doing these events in America. Everywhere. I am, in a one way, a bringer of good news. Because it is good news. You are alive. And what you are looking for is within you. Bingo. You got it. You got it. Witness it. Understand it. Be fulfilled. And you know what the result will be? You will be in peace. That's what happens. It's just amazing, isn't it? I mean, if you do those things, if you know yourself, if you are fulfilled, the next thing you know, you're full of peace. And you know what happens when you get full of peace? You get happy. It's amazing how that works. Formula to happiness. Formula to happiness always has been to find out who you are and make an investment here, not in the Wall Street. You make an investment in the Wall Street, be ready to lose it. A lot of people have. Invest here, and you will never lose it. It will grow, and it will grow, and it will grow, and it will grow, and it is a return that is worth every penny. That's what I came to say. That's what I came to say. That's what I have said. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a simple message, I didn't talk about last lifetime, and I didn't talk about the future lifetime. I don't know. People have told me I was an emperor. I thought that was good flattery. And I told the guy, I said, flattery will get you everywhere. But what good is it to me if I was an emperor? What if I could go to Bank of America and say, give me that loan? And don't even expect it back. Because I am the king. I am the emperor. They'll throw me out of there so fast, I won't even know where I was. So that's what they say. Oh yes, you were an elephant. What, you go into a bagel shop and start eating bagels and not pay for them because you are an elephant? No. And what will happen in the future? Oh my God. If you don't do everything right, He is watching you. I mean, that He has nothing else going on. He made the world and He said, you are it. I'm going to watch you. And this is serious. And you've got to do everything right, otherwise I won't let you in here. That's it. And then, if you don't end up there, you end up somewhere else. And that somewhere else is not so pleasant. In the dream of ending up in the right place, what I have seen here, that people have made this the other place. And this is the other place. Heaven. Truly heaven. Nowhere else will you see that beautiful ocean, that beautiful sun, that beautiful bird, that beautiful bee, that beautiful flower, the beautiful nectar, the beautiful clouds, the rain, the snow, the fall, the spring, the summer. It's all here. Those seasons are happening inside of you too. Let that manifest for yourself. So thank you very much and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you.